The right of return states that every Jew in the diaspora has the right to come to Israel and become a citizen under Israeli law. But, of course, there's always the fine print, singular reasons for which an Aliyah application might be denied or at least encounter some serious roadblocks and postponing the process up to several years. So how do you know if your application holds water? Here to discuss is immigration attorney and vice president of the Israel Bar Immigration Committee from the law offices of Cohen, Decker, Pex and Brosh, Nechama Ovadia. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you so much. All right, so first of all, what are the reasons that a Jewish Aliyah application might be denied?
So there are three main reasons. The first one is if you have any criminal background, even if it's a very minor one, even if you just smoked pot a little bit when you were a kid. And the second reason that usually happens is if you have mental health history. Even though this reason is not written in the law of return, many times the Ministry of Interior have the policy of not denying these requests, but actually delaying them for many years, hoping that you would just give up. Wow. Which always makes me think what would happen if any Holocaust survivor with PTSD would try to make Aliyah these days. Probably that wouldn't go well.
Well, so how often does something like that happen?
It happens more than we want. It is important to understand that we do not have actual statistics about this because the Ministry of Interior only publishes the statistics of people who actually make Aliyah.
So the denial rate, the failure rate isn't posted?
Not at all. But we have several Aliyah cases every year, also including people who were like looking at other religions when they were younger, or different kind of Judaism that are not Orthodox Jews, let's say people who are Reform or conservative Jews might have problems. And all these people it would be better if they would know their rights before they applied for Aliyah at the Ministry of Interior.
So I'm guessing that, of course, is probably the best reason why you might want to contact a lawyer before starting the process.
Yes, that's for sure. Many people just give voluntarily information that they are not declared to give at all, that they are not, they don't have to give to the Ministry of Interior, without understanding the consequences. It is very important to contact a lawyer before you file Aliyah, even if you have the slightest sense that you might have any kind of a problem, just to make sure to be on the safe side, and of course to get representation that
Sure.
You wouldn't have to wait many years after that. So
I guess my final question, just to give people a little bit of a better idea of whether or not they're in a problematic situation or not, is about how long, if my application is flawless, about how long would I expect to get an answer? How long should I wait before I should start thinking to myself, wow, something must be wrong?
I guess a month or two, but actually the problem is for people who apply like innocently or naively without understanding that they have a problem. And that is much harder to fix than applying with a lawyer to start with when you know there's something problematic.
All right, well, for everybody watching at home, if you are interested in making Aliyah, contact your lawyer. And we have an expert right here from Cohen, Decker, Pex and Brosh. Thank you so much, Nechama.
Thank you very much.